A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development, the European Union has unveiled a plan to allocate 90 billion euros, or approximately $105 billion, to support Ukraine over the next 2 years, utilizing frozen Russian assets as a key funding source. This proposal, however, has sparked controversy, particularly from Belgium, which has voiced strong opposition due to concerns over potential legal repercussions from Russia. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen presented the plan, stating that it aims to cover 2/3 of Ukraine's anticipated financing needs during this challenging period as the conflict with Russia drags on into its 4th year. Today we are proposing to cover 2/3 of Ukraine's financing needs for the next 2 years, von der Leyen announced, emphasizing the urgency of the situation. The funding will be sourced through either EU borrowing or by tapping into Russian central bank assets that have been frozen within the bloc. This reparations loan concept has garnered support from several member states, with von der Leyen asserting that it would empower Kyiv to engage in peace negotiations from a position of strength. Despite the backing from many EU leaders, Belgium's stance remains a significant hurdle. The country, which is home to Euroclear, an organization holding a majority of the frozen Russian assets, has expressed fears of facing severe legal and financial consequences from Russia should the plan proceed. Belgian Foreign Minister Maxime Prévost articulated these concerns, stating, "We have repeatedly said that we consider the option of the reparations loan the worst of all, as it is risky and has never been done before." Prévost called for alternative solutions, such as EU borrowing from the markets, which would require a commitment from other member states to share the liability. The European Commission has attempted to alleviate Belgium's concerns by proposing a 3-tier defense to protect the country from legal risks associated with the plan. Moreover, the Commission is also exploring the possibility of utilizing an additional 25 billion euros in Russian assets held across other EU nations. The initial proposal of a 140 billion euro loan has been scaled back to the current figure, with EU economy chief Valdis Dombrovskis noting that there is a total of 210 billion euros in Russian assets that could potentially be accessed, though additional funds would only be considered if necessary. Under the proposed scheme, Ukraine would only be required to repay the loan if Russia compensates for the damages caused by the war. While Belgium's resistance is notable, it may not be enough to derail the initiative, as von der Leyen indicated that the plan could be approved by a weighted majority of EU countries, bypassing the need for unanimous consent. Most EU member states are in favor of the proposal, with German Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul acknowledging Belgium's valid concerns, but expressing optimism that a solution can be reached. We support this and, of course, take Belgium's concerns seriously. They are justified, but the issue is solvable if we stand together and are willing to take responsibility, Wadephul stated. Meanwhile, Russia has issued stern warnings regarding the potential use of its frozen assets, with Dmitry Medvedev, deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, claiming that such actions could be interpreted as a justification for war. The European Commission, however, maintains that the proposed loan is not an act of theft, as it would only require repayment if Russia fulfills its obligations to compensate Ukraine. As discussions continue, the EU faces a complex landscape of legal, financial, and diplomatic challenges in its efforts to support Ukraine while navigating the ramifications of its actions on the international stage. The urgency of the situation is underscored by ongoing peace negotiations, with Ukrainian officials engaging in talks with US representatives, while French President Emmanuel Macron seeks to involve China in efforts to resolve the conflict. The path ahead remains uncertain, but the EU's commitment to supporting Ukraine is clear, as it seeks to bolster the nation's defense capabilities and facilitate a return to peace. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.